Hello, good day to you. Ken the Zen here. Welcome to my whimsical world of Zen. And if you can believe it, we are out of the qualifying round for Album of the Year. It's getting late in the winter here. It's getting cold. And yeah, so here I am from my car. So I kind of was thinking, what am I going to do? You know, something different for this round. We'll call it the quarterfinals. So yeah. So what I've done, I've divisioned. I've divided up all the albums into 3 different groups, and we're going to have a Red Rover competition. So we'll start with one, and then we're actually going to start with Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. It's going to be the first album. Listen to that, and then I'll listen to the next album, and it'll be like a game of Red Rover. Does whatever that next album is, does it have enough to break through and take out Billie Eilish? And it'll just kind of go one by one all the way through until we have 3 different winners, and then those 3 are going to make it to the semifinals, and then I'm going to pick one album that didn't make it, but I felt very well could have. So that'd be 4 records that's going to go into the semifinals. So yeah, I'm going to start it off. So here we are, Billie Eilish. You know, the young pop star is setting up her boundaries, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's go, Billie. All right, so we have it, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. So I've re-listened to that again, and yeah, it's a really good record. All these records are good records. That's how they made it to where they are. So yeah, the introverted, kind of creepy music from a few years ago has turned into a introverted, soft pop music, which is pretty nice. It's a great record. I will definitely listen to it again post-tournament. But as we said, we're having a big giant game of Red Rover. So, you know, one side of the field we have Billie Eilish and her team, Phineas and team, and yeah, well, stepping up to the other side of the field is Sebastian Bach and his album The Boy Inside the Man. So let's see how this boy man does. I'll take a listen. We'll see if it can break the wall of pop sensation Billie Eilish. Back in a minute. All right, Red Rover, Red Rover. Let's call Sebastian Bach over. And he's not the boy within the man, he's the child within the man. And yeah, let's set this up. So Billie Eilish is sitting there all unconfident and introverted on top of the hill, and then just hears this ferocious scream in the background. It's like, oh, then over the horizon you can see this rock monster coming up to approach the hill. And it's Sebastian Bach with this array of massive guitar solos and hard rock attitude, and he's full of confidence. And you know, Billie Eilish just says, you know what, I give up. I'm out of here. And Sebastian Bach takes the lead for the, you know, Red Rover. So now Bach and his army of rockers are now lining up, and while looking at the sun, they see Colin James, and Colin James is chasing the sun. So let's see if Colin James can take down Sebastian Bach. All right, so there we have it. We had Sebastian Bach, Red Rover, Red Rover. We call Colin James over. Colin comes over. He's starting to make his way there, and he's got his traditional blues sound with him. Sebastian Bach's trying to intimidate him with his rock prowess. I mean, this man dove into a crowd to beat somebody up because they threw a bottle on stage at him. So he's ready for a fight. Colin James just mentions to him, he's like, you had a really good album, Sebastian, but you know, half that album kind of sounded like Motley Crue. And not the good kind. So Colin James runs over, easy peasy, gets right through. Sebastian Bach is done. Colin James, chasing the sun, is now the leader here in the quarterfinal round. But on the horizon, the next competitor comes up, and that's Sheryl Crow, the beautiful and talented Hall of Famer Sheryl Crow, with her album Evolution. Let's see how that goes. So we have Colin James standing on the hill, chasing the sun, just taken down Sebastian Bach. Sheryl Crow and her people arrive. And you know what? The Hall of Famer just comes over, and, you know, very daintily, very eloquently, just makes her way into the line with Colin James. Colin James not thinking, separated their hands, and, you know, the intelligent, beautiful Sheryl Crow says, well, this is my Red Rover line. So that's how it was. Colin James had to remove himself, him and his people, and now we have Sheryl Crow holding up the Red Rover line, and she says, Red Rover, I call Marcus King over. So the young Marcus King is starting to make his way there. You know, he's very flamboyant, very confident, soul singer, American. So yeah, we'll see how this shakes up. All right, so I just rechecked that Marcus King record out, Mood Swings, and man, it put me in a good mood. Swinging from bad mood to good mood. No, it's all good moods here. I'm listening to some great music. The year end, 2024, album of the year. Getting close here in this, we'll call it quarterfinal. So yeah, so Sheryl Crow's there waiting for the young Marcus King to come up and take on the rock legend, veteran, Hall of Famer, Sheryl Crow. And you know what? It was really hard for me to pick which album. They're both awesome. Really, really good. You know, one is like, I'm playing cards, Sheryl Crow, I'm having a game of cards, listening to music, it's great. Marcus King is like, I'm sitting there having a bottle of wine, not a glass. And man, they're both great. Super talented, both of them multi-instrumentalist, great singers. But I'm going Marcus King. He comes over, and the Ute comes over and breaks the Red Rover that Sheryl Crow has been holding on to and takes over the lead. So Marcus King is now the leader in this quarterfinal for Album of the Year. But we hear some creaky bones. Sorry, Mick. Some creaky bones coming up over the hill, and that's Mick Mars. Speaking of Motley Crue, we talked about earlier, Mick Mars couldn't handle the new crew, as it were, and yeah, he kind of got shafted, so he made his own record, and this is it, The Other Side of Mars. So right now we got also a Hall of Famer, legend, amazing guitar player. I've seen this guy live so many times. His guitar playing just shakes an arena. That's how good he is. But Mick Mars is coming up against Marcus King, so the battle of the M&Ms. That's also Mick Mars's initials, so we'll see what happens. Mick Mars, Other Side of Mars, coming up. All right, I took a walk on the wild side. I went and visited Dr. Feelgood. And yeah, the other side of the other side of Mick Mars, of course. And yeah, I mentioned earlier, you know, his other side is the same as his front side, which is great. Hard rock, bitchin' guitar solos, all that kind of stuff. Again, I'm pretty sure that's the singer of 3 Days Grace, which is awesome. And yeah, so great record. One of my favorite hard rock records from the year for sure. And yeah, so back to the Red Rover. So the young Marcus King is Red Rover, let's call Mick Mars over. And Mick, big whammy dive, starts walking towards the line, slowly. You know, Mick's not doing so good. And he gets to the Red Rover, and, you know, Marcus King shows the slightest bit of intimidation. But that's it. Mick Mars cannot break through. So, yeah, The Other Side of Mars is done for the year. Great album, Mick. Thank you so much for making that. And, yeah, Marcus King with his Mood Swings, still holding strong in the Red Rover. So, we got another competitor lines up, and this man is from Seattle. He doesn't have his brothers from Alice in Chains with him, but he's Jerry Cantrell, and he's kick-ass, and he wants blood. So his album, I Want Blood. I'm going to check that out right now, see if we can take down Marcus King. I want blood. You can call me Rosferatu. Ken Rosferatu, of course. Yeah, Jerry Cantrell, I Want Blood. This is a great record. I absolutely love it. It's, to me, it's probably the best Alice in Chains record since Lane passed away, which is saying something, because Alice in Chains is great. Now Jerry Cantrell, if it had Alice in Chains rhythm section, this by far could be top 3 maybe Alice in Chains records. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome. So Red Rover, Marcus King with his swagger is over there, his mood swings. Red Rover, we call Jerry Cantrell over. And Jerry walks over there with his band of heathens, Seattle grunginess, and just pierces right through. Marcus King is done. He's out of here in this quarterfinal. Great job, Marcus. My first record I've heard from you, and I look forward to more. But Jerry Cantrell takes it. He's standing in the field, and oh, caca, caca. He looks over the horizon, caca. He says, "What is that?" And Lady Gaga steps up with her entourage of meat suit wearing hooligans. And yeah, I'll take a listen to that Lady Gaga and see if it can penetrate Jerry Cantrell. Gaga! Gaga! Mademoiselle Gaga. Lady Gaga, yeah, so Lady Gaga. Lady Gay. Lady Jaja. Yeah, so yeah, it was good. Harley Quinn, which of course is a pun on her character from the Joker 2, Harley Quinn. And it's great. This album is absolutely fantastic. It's super uplifting, all like old school big band type jazzy stuff. And I have to say that potentially the vocal performance of the year is probably this record, Harley Quinn. So yeah, Red Rover, Jerry Cantrell is up there, wanting blood, calls over Lady Gaga, is used to wearing suits of blood, jumping off stadium roofs right to the stage during Super Bowls, performing with hard, heavy metal legends Metallica, and so on and so forth. Side story, I actually saw Jerry Cantrell solo. The very first time I saw him was opening for Metallica in Toronto, and that was pretty awesome. Great show. Boggy Depot tour. So yeah, with that being said, Jerry Cantrell holds his ground. That's really, really tough. That Lady Gaga is a fantastic record, and I'll definitely listen to it if I'm having a few drinks, playing cards and whatnot. But Jerry Cantrell, I Want Blood, stays. And then he's got one more competitor to go in this quarterfinal for Album of the Year, and that is none other than Norah Jones. I've had the pleasure of seeing both Norah Jones and Jerry Cantrell in concert, and they're both absolutely dynamite. And yeah, so I'll take a listen to that Norah Jones record. It's called Visions, and we'll see how it goes. The last battle here for this first quarterfinal. I'll be back. All right, guys. Well, checked it out. The last round here of this quarterfinal. It was Norah Jones and her album Visions, which I saw this tour. And the album is fantastic. Norah Jones is great. Jerry Cantrell is up on the hill, or up in the open field, wherever your imagination might take you, with his arms outstretched with his hard rock grunge rocker team against the sultry jazz daughter of Ravi Shankar, Norah Jones, and her amazing positive spirit. And Jerry says, Red Rover, let's call Norah over. And Norah Jones goes, but she cannot defeat Jerry Cantrell. So the winner of this quarterfinal, I can't believe it, it's a 1-4 shot now for Jerry Cantrell and his album I Want Blood to be Album of the Year. Now coming into this quarterfinal, I thought that Norah Jones, was going to take it, but that's not the case. It is absolutely Jerry Cantrell. However, there is going to be one wild card after the 3 quarterfinals are done, and perhaps Norah Jones will be that. We have another 2 quarterfinal mini tournament to go through. So yeah, congratulations, Jerry Cantrell. Thank you everybody for following along. Hopefully you're enjoying this edition of Album of the Year, Red Rover style. Red Grover. Rover. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully everybody's having a great life. I am, and you take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.